Chris, we really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today. Not a time it feels like to really talk in depth about soccer. I want to start by asking you about Wednesday and Wednesday night. Can you take me through that day and that evening from your perspective?
Yeah. So I actually wasn't with the team that day, but I was involved in the texts, and I heard a lot of the conversations that were going on and around the league. And so I think it was a simple decision for us. Once we were able to get organized and get people on board, there was no hesitation, especially from our locker room, to do what we felt was right. But I think it was an amazing show of unity across all the sports, across all the leagues, to stand up for something that's bigger than this sport, that's bigger than just what we do on a daily basis, and shows that we are more than just the jersey that we wear. It's we have lives outside of this, and we're affected by what's going on in this country.
You mentioned it being across all sports. Obviously, the NBA started it in that morning. This Wednesday was a day I think that'll literally kind of go down in sports history. What does it mean for you as an athlete in this time to be involved in that moment and in this movement?
Yeah, I think, for myself as a kid, you dream of being a professional athlete, not because of money or fame or any of those things, but because you love the game that you're playing and you want to have an impact on the world and the things around you. And I think this is one circumstance where we're able to have our voices heard and to be able to stand for something, which I think, is exactly what we're asked to do. I think a lot of the reason why we're asked to do interviews and things like that is because there's more to our job than just playing soccer. We have to be role models. We have to stand for something, and this is part of it. This is how we're able to voice our concerns and voice our opinions and be more than just soccer players. This is how we are role models, showing people, exactly where we stand and exactly how we feel about the things that are going on in this country.
What would you like to see come out of this moment?
I feel like I repeat myself over and over, but I just want it to sink in, is that, I think a lot of people are making this movement, these things that are happening, political, which is not something that I feel like I'm equipped to speak on. So for me, it's just personal. It's something that has affected me. Racism has touched me for as long as I can remember. I have been harassed by police. I have been discriminated against by people. So for me, it's just making sure that people see something outside of what they see in their own daily lives and understand that what their life looks like isn't exactly what everyone's life looks like. And so to get people to empathize with what's going on, and to see more perspectives than just their own, that'll allow us to learn and grow, and then the other things will just take care of themselves. But I don't feel equipped to talk on the politics, so I just talk about the social aspect and experiences and touching people.
Given that everything that's going on and how those experiences, I imagine, are at the forefront of your mind right now in this moment, how do you as an athlete prepare to play a game on Saturday night?
I think a side effect of being a Black man in America, you grow up learning how to compartmentalize. So, if I come across an ignorant person who treats me poorly and I respond in a way that's angry and loud, then that is exactly what people would probably expect from me. So you learn how to internalize and how to compartmentalize and say, okay, that's one aspect of my life, but that won't stand in the way of me taking care of business. So for tomorrow, it's just business as usual. You know, I'm taking care of my body and preparing to play this game and doing my studying and research on my opponent and making sure that I'm prepared the best that I can to go out and get 3 points tomorrow. And the things that I care about outside of soccer, we'll just have to wait 24 hours until we're done.
Chris, we so appreciate you sharing your insight, your words, your experiences. They're powerful, and we really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.